Hey everyone, Joe McDonough here from joemcdonough.com. Back in Australia now. So that was a quick turnaround. I expected to be over in Europe longer, but things change and you just go with it, I suppose. And I had an absolutely incredible time, bloody loved it. It got better progressively as I went through it. Really grateful for my time there. It's given me a lot of clarity, which is something I haven't had for a long time. So I'm very grateful for that. That being said, what I wanted to talk to you just today about, I've got a lot of videos that I want to do because I haven't done them for the last week. But today, it really clicked in my head, this idea of judging things before you're experiencing them, and it's always a big thing for me. And I say it a lot, like you can't do that. It's not fair to do it. And you can't. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But if you give your opinion on something that you haven't experienced or you don't understand, it's an irrelevant opinion. It doesn't matter. It holds no weight. And sometimes you'll have one experience and it'll shape how you think about all those situations before they even happen. So you played them out in your head, oh, this is going to be crap because I once experienced it this way and it was like that. So the most recent one for me today was on the plane from Abu Dhabi back to Sydney. I got on and was in an exit seat, which is great. I had extra room, but there are all these kids around. And so I'm on the plane and I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be shit. This is going to be a horrible flight. 13 hours of screaming kids and that. I ended up being really pleasantly surprised. Like, the kids were really sweet, really cute. They didn't scream too much. They did a bit, but nothing drastic. And the last time I experienced that, I hadn't read the things, or now, like, I think a completely different way now. The way I react around kids and how they react to what I ever used to. Yeah, every situation is different. So you've got to sort of come at it openly and embrace it. I had a really enjoyable flight. Like, it was really nice. Kids were cool. They were like, asking questions and just exploring like kids do, which was really cool. In traveling to places like England, Scotland, Ireland, the three countries that I've just been to, in relation to the weather, it being cold and cloudy and gloomy, I thought, particularly because of my experiences in China, that I was really going to hate it. But the thing is, in China, when it's grey sky, it's pollution. You can see like 100 metres in front of you if it's real bad. And when it rains, if you're riding a bike, because often you ride bikes down the street there, and it gets in your eyes, it stings, and you see it when it lands on your skin. You like see the dirt straight away as soon as the rain goes away on your skin. And that made me really hate that type of weather. So I've gone across taking this experience and making that my preconceived idea, but I've now turned myself against all sort of winter and cold weather and grey, and I thought, fuck, I'm not going to like this weather. Didn't happen. It was actually quite nice. And I did get days of sun, which I did prefer, yes, but the actual cold itself didn't worry me too much. And to be honest, I bloody loved the rain because it was so clean. Like, that, you could smell the air was just so fresh. It was so clean, and that was amazing. And then, like, the rain would hit you in the eyes, and I'd be like, oh, it doesn't sting, woohoo! Sounds weird, but once you've sort of had those extremes for comparison. Another one is for, like, my preference in girls, basically, and women. I really enjoy Brazilian and South American style girls, that sort of accent. Like, I lived there for a year when I was 18, and I sort of always hung on to that. I've never really enjoyed Aussie girls too much. Obviously you meet some, but I always go into a preconceived notion with Australian girls that I'm not going to like this, and I barely even talk to them. Like, I'll meet them, they'll say they're Australian, I'll walk away. If they say they're from someone else, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll talk to you. And the reason I didn't think I'd be too keen on Irish chicks or Scottish chicks or English chicks, I didn't think that was my preferred accent. I don't mind the English, what I thought going over. I sort of got more favoured as I travelled up, and then Irish is now my favourite accent. Like, loved it. Not a big fan of the pale skin. I know a lot of blokes are, and well, I didn't think I was. But then I've met all these girls while I've been travelling, and a lot of them have been that complexion. But stunning, like gorgeous, beautiful, and not just beautiful in appearance, yeah, but their personalities. And when I get in conversations with them, I find it like I'm getting lost in conversation. And this one particular girl that I met on 3 or 4 nights before I left, it was one of the best experiences I had meeting any single person in my life. It was absolutely incredible, just clicked. Yet I've gone over there with this preconceived notion that I'm not going to meet anyone I really like, and I sort of I don't know why that we're stuck in people. Like, you often get stuck in those sort of things where you've got this fixed idea and you think that you're not going to change, but that's against nature, it's against evolution, it's against whatever the hell you believe in. Like, nature is change. If things aren't changing, if they're not growing, they're dead. Like, you look at a rock under a microscope, is it growing? Is it moving? No, it's dead. You look at a piece of coral under a microscope, so long as it's not dead, you tell that it's alive and that it's living by its growth and its change. And yet we get fixed in these ideas that we've got to hang on to these things that we thought 3 or 4 years ago is going to be us forever. Like, I don't understand why that is. I don't understand why, but I'm doing my best to release that, and I'm going to pay very, very close attention to whenever I do that from now on, because that was a pretty big slap in the face. Well, not a slap in the face, just a bit of a wake-up call for me to be a lot more open to experiences, people, especially after being in Ireland. Like, the people that I met there, that was pretty much the best experience that I had that entire trip, after all the amazing things I'd done in Scotland. Like, and my idea that I could only find this sort of beauty and this wow experience in natural things has now been completely warped, because I've met these people that have been the most incredible people that I've ever met. It is something that I think is really, really important in just growth and generally being a person and enjoying experiences, getting these new things and not going in with this preconceived notion. Something that I felt was quite important to get out. So I'll talk to you later, guys.